Hey, what's up guys and welcome back to Anime King. And today I'm gonna be giving you part 3 of what if Naruto took his training seriously. Remember to get this one to 100 like as usual, share this to all of your friends on your social media platform, and also go ahead and check out the new episode of What If Naruto created his own village that I posted on this channel. And over on Anime King 2, I posted a new episode of What If Naruto had the Sharingan and the Byakugan mix. So go ahead and check it out and enjoy. And after this, over on Anime King 2, I'm going to be posting a new episode of What If Naruto was neglected by his family. So stay in tune for that as well and enjoy guys. And if you're new, remember to click that red subscribe button and join Anime King and Anime King 2 and become a part of the Anime King family. And thank you all for your help and your support. And remember to go ahead and comment down below and tell me if you're new. I'll be replying and talking back to all of you. So without further ado, let's get straight into this new episode. So, the last time we left off, Naruto and his team went into the forest of death as Naruto met a small fox. It was then that Orochimaru attacked them, as they fight at their best, but he was still strong enough to defeat the three of them, as he then bites Sasuke in the neck, giving Sasuke the curse mark. As Orochimaru also knocked out Naruto, Sakura then pulled the two of them away and brought them into a cave and hid the both of them, as they stay in there and wait. As she was then found by the Sound group, as Sakura tried her best using her new techniques with her earth style to defend the both of them, but she was subdued as she was beaten up by Zaku, Kin, and Dosu. It was then that Naruto and Sasuke woke up, Naruto with his 9-tailed chakra cloak around him, Sasuke with the purple dark chakra from the curse mark. Naruto is still under a genjutsu where no one can see his real form, where he has 2 fox ears and a tail because of the 9 tails turning him into a half fox to enhance his power, but he's still under a genjutsu for now to hide it. Naruto and Sasuke make quick work of the Sound team, defeating them brutally. Naruto also named the fox Shizuka Uzumaki, so with that they headed off as they arrived to the tower. After days passed, they were ready for the preliminaries. The first match was Sasuke versus Neji. With Sasuke learning his new techniques, Neji was no match for him as Sasuke was able to win the match. As the other matches went on, as Naruto met a girl, she had a leaf headband, but he never see her before, as she introduced herself to him as Sarah, as they quickly became friends, as she wished Naruto luck in his match versus Kiba, as Naruto then jumped down the smile on his face, Shizuka right beside him. So yeah guys, that was basically the last part we left off. You guys can switch across the playlist and check it out for yourself. So let's start this new episode. Are you two ready? The proctor asked. Both Naruto and Kiba nodded, as the proctor then said begin and the sun shone away. As Kiba jumped away as he formed hand sign, as his chakra system flooded, his nail became claw and his teeth became fang. Shizuka, handle the puppy, I'll beat up Kiba, Naruto said. As Shizuka then looked at Akamaru as the both of them sized each other up as they jump at each other. As Kiba then growled out, ninja art, all force jutsu, as Kiba sped towards Naruto as Naruto got into his Uzumaki stance. Naruto twisted his body as Kiba tried to punch his stomach, as Naruto spin around and deliver a backhand to Kiba's face. As Naruto flipped over as he elbowed Kiba in the stomach, as he flipped over and kicked Kiba in the top of the head. Kiba slammed down into the ground hard. As everyone was shocked at Naruto's speed, his skill and his power. Whoa, they all thought, as Kiba picked up himself as he was growling. That's it, he said, tunneling fang, as Kiba then started to spin as he was coming at Naruto like a drill. Naruto stood still as he then revealed his claws, as chakra came on his claws, as Naruto swiped downwards at Kiba coming at him. As Naruto attack cut right through Kiba's spinning motion, slamming Kiba into the wall. As everyone waited, and there stood Kiba, who was cut up and bleeding. My newest technique, created by myself, it is called Ninja Art, Claw of the Beast, Naruto stated. As Kiba's eyes went wide when he saw Shizuka walk up to Naruto as Akamaru was being held by the neck by Shizuka. As Naruto patted Shizuka on her head. Good job, Shizuka, said Naruto, as Shizuka then threw Akamaru towards Kiba. As Kiba growled as he picked up the wounded puppy. Naruto, you will pay, Kiba said. He then took out a chakra and held replenishing pill and fed it to Akamaru. Akamaru then got up as Kiba gave Akamaru another pill. As Kiba looked down at Akamaru with a smile, as Akamaru's fur turned red as he let out a growl. As Kiba went down on all fours as Akamaru jumped on his back. Ninja art, man beast clone, said Kiba, as Akamaru turned into a perfect copy of Kiba. I see, turning Akamaru into a human does have some advantage, but my senses can tell them apart, Naruto said. The two Kibas then ran at Naruto, going in a zigzag motion, trying to confuse Naruto. One of them then took out a smoke bomb and threw it in front of Naruto, covering him in a purple cloud. Damn it, I can't see a thing, Sarah thought, as she squinted, trying to see inside the smoke. As Kiba and Akamaru then started to spin, Getsuga, they cried out as they dived into the smoke. As Naruto inside was being hit from all sides, his new jacket with the Uzumaki symbol on his back was being torn. The smoke cleared as the Kibas jumped away, grinning with smile. There stood Naruto, his jacket torn as blood was dripping down from the side of his face and his arm. Shizuka was also a bit knocked up. Her fur was red from the gashes that she got. As Naruto then smirked, I have to say you caught me off guard with that. But now, it's time for you to fall, as he slammed his hand together as red chakra started to come around him. As the red chakra also went on Shizuka, as a white light erupted from Shizuka, as everyone shield their eyes. When the light calmed down, Shizuka now had black fur with white streaks going across her back. Her eye was a deeper green, and the most surprising part, that she had 4 tails behind her, as Naruto smiled as his eyes were red with a split. You see, Kiba, we were holding back a lot just to see what you're fully capable of. Don't ever underestimate the Kitsune, Naruto said, as everyone in the stands were surprised at Shizuka and then Naruto's eyes. What power! They seem stronger than before, Ino thought. Naruto is so cool, thought Hinata. Oh Naruto, you surely have grown. To think you have a 4-tailed pet Kitsune, Sarutobi thought. I see, so that's your technique. Well, it really topped Sasuke's, Sarah thought with a smile, as her 2 partners got up as well, as they were now fully invested in this fight. As they came beside her, so you 2 finally decided to take a look, Sarah said. Hey, the Uchiha is alright, but this Uzumaki guy is cool, I mean, come on. A pet 4-tailed Kitsune? Shinji said, in a surprising tone. Yeah, what he said Arashi, as he looked at Naruto as well. As Naruto looked down at his pet and smiled. So you became a 4-tails, huh, Shizuka? Shizuka simply grinned, as Naruto smiled. Well, let's beat these 2 dogs, said Naruto. As Naruto and Shizuka vanished, as both of them appeared behind one of the Kibas. As Naruto punched one of them in the head, and Shizuka slammed one of them in the back with her tail. The one that Shizuka hit was Akamaru, as he turned back into Akamaru. As the real Kiba jumped back, Akamaru, he cried out, as he then charged at Naruto with blinding rage, but Naruto simply sidestepped him. As Shizuka's tails started to glow with blue fire, as she slammed them in Kiba, as Naruto appeared behind Kiba, who was flying back. as Naruto slammed his fist into Kiba's back. As Naruto then flipped, as he brought down his leg. Kitsune ox kick, said Naruto, as he planted his feet inside of Kiba's stomach as Kiba was sent spiraling. Kiba screamed from the burn and the pain that he felt as he slammed as there was a huge crater. As the proctor went up to Kiba, he was still alive as he was quickly rushed to the medical. As Shizuka barked in happiness because of the victory, as Naruto ruffled her head, as the proctor declared them the winner. As Naruto and Shizuka walked back up the stairs to the balcony to find the people clapping for him. As Sora ran up to Naruto and hugged him. Naruto was taken back by a show of affection, but he then grinned as Sora broke the hug. That was so cool, Naruto-kun. You were all flashing from place to place, and you really did top Sasuke, Sora said, as Naruto scratched the back of his head in embarrassment. I guess I overdid it a bit, but thanks for the praise, Sora, Naruto said. It was then that Shinji and Arashi walked up. Hey Shinji, Arashi, what do you think? Naruto asked Sora's teammates. The both of them glared at him, making Naruto feel nervous, but then their expression changed from serious to happiness. That was great, Naruto. I can see why Sora has taken a great liking to you. It took her at least a week to get used to us, said Arashi. Sora then blushed a bit as she punched Arashi in the arm, as Shinji chuckled. Like what Arashi said, I think you did an awesome job, said Shinji as he shook Naruto's hand, as Shizuka then barked to get attention. You did a good job too, they said as they gave Shizuka praise. They then heard the names going on the electric board as they all turned around. Will Remy Sora and Hyuga Hinata please come down to the floor, the proctor said. Naruto then gave Sora a hug. As Sora blushed, good luck, Naruto whispered in her ear. Thank you, she said as she jumped down to the floor. As Hinata and Sora looked at each other, the proctor asked them if they were ready. As the both of them nodded. I will defeat this girl and win Naruto's heart, Hinata said as she growled at Sora. Begin, the proctor said as Hinata activated her Byakugan as she thrust forward her hand, but Sora went through hand sign. Fire style, fireball jutsu, she yelled as a large fireball flew towards Hinata. Hinata jumped over it as Sora jumped up, as the two of them met in a flurry of punches and kicks. As Sora was careful to not get hit by Hinata, knowing that she could shut off her chakra points. But Hinata found an opening as she hit Sora in the hand, making Sora's hand go limp, as Sora charged her other hand with chakra and punched Hinata in the face. As Hinata flew back into the wall, but she slowly picked herself up, as a small bit of blood dropped from her mouth, as she glared at Sora with the Byakugan. Sora then focused on her arm as she channeled chakra and forced open her chakra system. What did you do? Said Hinata. As Sora chuckled. I know if I was going to fight one of you, you might want to shut off my chakra points, so I came up with my own way, forcing a large amount of chakra on that point to force it back open, Sora explained as she breezed through hand sign. Wind style, wind dragon, she said, as the wind dragon flew from her mouth and went towards Hinata. Hinata used her Byakugan and spotted the dragon weakness as she struck the dragon force right in the eye, but her hand got caught up in the process. As Hinata then nursed her injured hand as she glared at Sora. Sora then grinned as she breezed through hand signs, as Hinata rushed forward to try and stop her, but it was too late. Ninja art, firestorm jutsu, said Sora, as a swirl of red and orange flames spin around her feet, as it then went at top speed towards Hinata. As Sora then went through some more hand signs. Wind style, hurricane jutsu, she said. And then a huge blast of wind went towards a tornado of fire and made it larger than before. Hinata here was blowing back from the attack, as fears were in her eyes as she could see the amount of chakra in that attack. How will I get out of this, Hinata thought, as she tried to run from it, but wherever she go, the tornado followed. Sora then slammed her hands together, as she said it's time to finish this. This is my new jutsu. I just came up with it now, said Sora, as the tornado started to take a different shape, as the fire around it turned into a fox, as it looked at Hinata. This is my Keke Genkai, said Sora, the ability to bend fire to my will, she said, as she then pointed her arm forward as the giant fox charged towards Hinata. Give up, Hyuga, you can't win, she said, as Hinata nodded as she fell to her knees. I surrender, she said, as the proctor canceled the match, as Sora dropped her hands, as the fox disappeared, as Sora was announced the winner. As Sora then turned as she saw Naruto that smile on his face. Now, it's time to go visit my Naruto-kun, she said. What am I saying? My Naruto-kun? Where's all these thoughts coming from? Time skip. Sakura versus Ino. It was a draw. Rock Lee versus Gaara. Gaara the winner. Arashi versus Shinji. Arashi was the winner. End of time skip. The winners of each round then lined up as they stood in front of the Hokage. Well, good work, Jennings of Konoha and others. Then, in 1 month, the finals will be taking place for the final Chunin exams in the arena at 10 a.m. Use this time to train for new strategies and come up with new techniques. Now then, you will draw numbers from the box the proctor has in his hands, and you will face that opponent, such as number 1 will be facing number 2, and so on, Sarutobi said. As it went like this: Arashi versus Shino, Shikamaru versus Temari, Sora versus Sasuke, and Gaara versus Naruto. Naruto turned as he saw Gaara looking at him, as Naruto's eyes turned red as he glared back at Gaara, as Gaara's eyes flashed to a golden color. And with that, the Genins went off to train for the month, as Kakashi then took a look at Sora, but he then brushed it off as he walked away. A day later, Naruto was walking down the road of Konoha by himself, as Shizuka was not here, as she felt drained after using the foxtail fire, and not to mention, Naruto doesn't have a sensei to train him. Great, just great, Kakashi bailed on me to teach Sasuke, and left me and Sakura without trainers. I mean, I know Sakura is weak as hell, but she's still a member of the team, Naruto thought, as Naruto looked up at the sky and watched the clouds flow by. Hello, Naruto, as Naruto turned around, as he saw Ebisu sensei. What's up, Ebisu? Naruto asked, as Ebisu adjusted his glass as he grinned. Well, Kakashi told me since you will be training Sasuke, he gave me the task to train you, Ebisu explained. Naruto groaned in annoyance before he complied, as Ebisu told him to follow him at Konoha Hot Spring. So, you brought me for a bath? Naruto asked, as Ebisu adjusted his glass and chuckled, as Naruto started to back away. Oh no, young Naruto, we are here to train. I will now teach you to control that immense amount of chakra you have. How will taking a bath help me with this? Naruto asked. Have you learned the tree walking exercise? Ebisu asked, as Naruto nodded. Well, now I shall teach you how to walk on water. As Naruto then remembered how Kakashi and Zabuza was standing on water on the mission to the wave country. Alright, teach me, Naruto said, excited. Alright, first, you must focus chakra to the bottom of your feet, and then you take a step on the water while releasing a steady amount of chakra to stay on top. Okay, I will now show you a demonstration as Ebisu activated the chakra on his feet as he walked on the water. Alright, my turn, said Naruto as he stepped in it, but he fell directly in the hot water. As Naruto burst out of it, hot, 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 Naruto screamed out. Remember, Naruto, keep the flow of chakra. Unlike the tree climbing, you must consistently keep the flow. After his third try, Naruto was standing on top of the water. Ebisu then heard a chuckle as he saw a white-haired man in the tree watching and peeping on the woman. As Ebisu rushed over there, I cannot allow this villainous act, he said, as the man simply turned around as he bit his thumb and went through hand sign and slammed his hand on the ground. as a toad appeared and grabbed Ebisu and slammed him, knocking him out. As Naruto saw what happened, "What the hell, man?" Naruto shouted. "Knocking out my sensei in the middle of my training?" The man looked at Naruto and frowned. "You mean the water walking exercise?" the man asked. "Yeah, by the way, who are you?" Naruto asked, as the man then smiled, as he then started to do a strange dance. "I am feared through the elemental nations. People scared when they hear my name. I am the Sanin of Mount Miyaboku. I am the great Toad Sage Jiraiya and the author of the Ichi Ichi book Paradise," Jiraiya said as he pulled out his book. "Wait, that is what Kakashi is always reading," said Naruto. "Well, it has been getting famous these days," Jiraiya said. "That book is a disgrace to all humankind. By the way, you knocked out my sensei," Naruto cursed as Jiraiya got angry. "What did you just say about my book?" "This book has changed the life of many," Jiraiya said. "Well, it looks like you're a pervert," said Naruto as he ran through hand sign. As there was a poof of smoke, as Naruto emerged, now in a naked blonde female. Jiraiya quickly grabbed his note sketch as he started to write. "What is this? This is amazing!" As he looked at Naruto. "Oh, this is my sexy jutsu," Naruto said. "Well, kid, looks like you got yourself a sensei," Jiraiya said. "So," as Naruto then poofed back to normal, "are you going to help me train?" "Yes, but on one condition," Jiraiya said. "One condition? What is that?" Naruto asked, as Jiraiya's face turned red. "Well, if you can stay in that form." "You sick pervert!" Naruto shouted. "No, kid, I am not no ordinary pervert. I am a mega, super, ultimate pervert," Jiraiya shouted. "You have no shame," Naruto said. "Oh, by the way, my name is Uzumaki Naruto." "Uzumaki Naruto, you said?" "Yeah," said Naruto. "Okay, kid, come with me. I have something for you." Naruto went as he followed Jiraiya. A few minutes later, they arrived at a small area near a waterfall. "Why did you bring me all the way up here, Arasenin?" Naruto said as Jiraiya scowled at the new nickname Naruto gave him. He and his father has the same kind of nickname for me, Jiraiya thought, as he then removed a scroll from his back that is almost tall as Naruto. "What is that?" Naruto asked. "Do you know about the village called Uzo?" Jiraiya said. "No," said Naruto. "Well, they were a strong race. They had all kind of powerful summoning contract, and the most powerful is a dragon contract." "What? So is that?" "Yes," said Jiraiya. "And now it is yours, since your mother is in a long coma." As Jiraiya then froze when he said that, as Naruto was shocked. What did you just say?" Meanwhile, in Konoha Hospital, secret room 231, a young red-haired woman moved in her sleep as she awoken from a long 13-year coma. "How long have I been out for?" the woman asked as she looked up at the ceiling, as she was talking to no one because she didn't see anyone around her. This was Kushina Uzumaki, as there was some tube on her arm as she removed them and got up, as a nurse was passing by and saw Kushina, as the nurse rushed off to tell the other doctors. As Kushina walked out the room, as the nurse came back, "Where is she?" as they then rushed off to see Kushina at the door. "Where is he? Where is my Naruto?" she said, as all of them pale hearing the name. "Did you follow Minato's wish to make my son a hero?" As the room became silent, "Did you treat him badly?" she said, as she then clenched her fists, as she knocked all of the doctors out of her way and went off towards the Hokage's tower. Meanwhile, Sarutobi at the Hokage's tower was looking up in the sky. "Why, God? Why? Why so much paperwork?" he said. "Please, God, give me something to keep me away from this paperwork," he said, as a knock then came on the door as his secretary entered. "Hokage, you have a visitor," she said. "Thank you, God," said Sarutobi, but his smile quickly faded away as Kushina entered the room, as she was pissed off An hour later, Saratobi was almost going deaf as Kushina was cursing. Look, Kushina, you've been in a coma for 13 years now. I know you're very disappointed with the villagers for not seeing Naruto as a hero, but he's on his way to becoming a Chunin now. What? Do you think I'm gonna forgive those bastards for— Wait, did you just say my Naruto is in the Chunin exam? Where is he? She asks. I think he's by the Naka River with Jiraiya, he replied. Kushina's eyes went wide as she went over there, but not before getting some change of clothes. If that bastard turned my son into a pervert, I'm going to kill him, she said. Back with Naruto, Jiraiya sneezed. Now that you signed the dragon contract, now bit your thumb and perform the hand signs. As Naruto did it, as he slammed his hand on the ground, as there was a poof. As Naruto looked at a sapphire dragon with bright ruby eyes, as the dragon looked very scary. It also had two horns and a row of spikes going down his back, ending at his tail. It was very big. It was as tall as the Hokage's tower. The dragon looked around and then sniffed the air. The dragon then twisted his body, as he then looked at Naruto and showed a grin. You smell of Kushina, the dragon said, as Naruto looked puzzled. Who's Kushina? He asked, as Jiraiya sighed. That's your mother's name, said Jiraiya. I am Ragnarok, the dragon of lightning, and you are most likely Kushina's son. I think Naruto was the name that she gave you. Naruto nodded. Well, I am the eldest son of the Dragon King. We dragons are one of the rarest species of summon, as there are only 10 species and 5 of each. Well, I would like to know more about you dragons and your abilities, Naruto said, as he sat down, as Ragnarok went into lecture mode. As the dragon then explained things to Naruto about the Dragon Clan and showed him his ability. Ragnarok was about to continue until he felt a very strong killer intent heading towards the three of them. Kushina then stopped running as she saw the large blue dragon. Ragnarok? She questioned. The blue dragon nodded as Kushina rushed over and hugged his nose. It's been so long, 13 years to be exact, she said, as Naruto was beside the dragon's tail, as he couldn't believe as tears were at his eyes. Is that you, Mom? Naruto asked, as Kushina looked at her son and jumped off Ragnarok, as she rushed towards Naruto and grabbed him as she started to squeeze him. Oh, Naruto, I am so sorry I left you like this, she said, as she held him for a long while. After a while they break the hug. It's alright, Naruto said. In fact, I am doing great. I made Genin. My sensei is Kakashi, my teammates are Sakura Haruno and Sasuke Uchiha, and I am going to the Chunin finals, he said as Kushina grabbed him again as she hugged him tight. As they spent about 2 hours catching up, as the dragon also explained about the weakest dragons and the strongest, as he explained the rest of the things about the Dragon Clan. And that is the clan of the dragons, young Naruto, Ragnarok said, as Naruto's jaw was hanging as he absorbed all the information. You guys are like the awesomest clan ever. I can't wait to use this summoning technique, Naruto said. Call us when you need us. Also, I'll leave behind a friend to be your primary summon. Take care of him. His name is Kiyashi, Ragnarok said, as he then poofed away, and in his place was a red dragon, as it had golden eyes. It was the same size of Shizuka, as it growled at Naruto, showing its 2 rows of sharp teeth. Well, you must be Kiyashi, Naruto said, as the young dragon growled and nodded. As the dragon then spoke, you must be Uzumaki Naruto, as Naruto nodded, but Kushina then intervened. Alright Naruto, now that you're done with Ragnarok, I shall now teach you some new techniques that only you and you alone can use, Kushina said. Why is it that I alone can know these jutsus, Naruto asked. As Kushina smiled, it's because of your bloodline, she said. What? Naruto said, as he couldn't believe the words that came from his mother's mouth. That's right, the Uzumaki Keke Genkai run through your veins, she said. Naruto just stood there as he started to tremble. As Kushina became worried when he didn't speak, Naruto, are you okay? She asked. But she then saw a big grin on his face. Yeah, as Naruto looked up, tears were coming out of his eyes. It's just that I'm so happy to finally have a family. And also, a kick-ass bloodline, Naruto said, as Kushina chuckled. Okay, Jiraiya, since you have nothing to teach him, I'll take over, Kushina said. Take this, said Jiraiya, as he handed Kushina 2 scrolls. This is his father's 2 most powerful jutsu. Make sure he learned them, said Jiraiya. She took the scrolls as she walked back over to Naruto. Now, time to do some research. As Jiraiya then looked over at them, as he then looked up. Everything is falling into place, Minato, he said, as he then vanished using the Shunshin. Okay, Naruto, I'll first explain one of the 2 bloodlines that you have, she said. Wait, 2? I have 2 bloodlines? Naruto shouted. But guys, let me end this episode right here. If you want to see the next part of this, you already know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on that bell notification to stay posted. Remember to share to all of your friends on your social media platform. And stay in tune for what if Naruto was neglected by his family, guys. So switch over to Anime King 2 and enjoy. And I also post a new episode of What If Naruto had the Sharingan and the Byakugan mix. So go ahead and check out that as well. And also check out the new episode of What If Naruto created his own village. And thank you all for your help and your support. And remember to comment down below and tell me if you're new. I'll be replying and talking back to all of you. So without further ado, I'm out. Peace.